Have you ever set a new goal for yourself with the best of intentions and for whatever reason you just didn't follow through on it?
This program is about you knowing you. It's not about me. You are great. You're awesome. But we get an opportunity to become who we've always wanted to become, to create the results that we want.
So we're going to talk about the cycle of growth and why it's so important and why this is really just a great roadmap for yourself and for you as a leader and a coach or whatever you do in your life. If you're a parent, how you can really show the process of doing anything new, the process of growth, the process of change, and how helpful it is to know in advance what you're about to go through and how to really utilize the 4 phases of change and really reaching any goal that you want to. So whenever you start something new, we call that the inception phase. Inception is a phase where you don't even know what you don't even know yet. It's where we call your attitude is super high, your competence level really isn't there, and your effort is typically really high in that phase because you see what you want, you see it so clearly. There's a lot of emotion around it. There's a lot of leverage and purpose to why you want to do something. So you can identify with it. It feels real to you, and it feels like you can almost just reach out and grab it or just go after it and it'll be there for you. Inception is a phase that is transitional. So you can't stay there for very long because emotion weans, it dissipates, it sort of gets redirected, other things happen in your life and you're distracted. So knowing that, what's the next phase in any change or growth? That's the phase we call deception. Deception is a phase where your attitude is typically challenged, your competency isn't there yet because you're doing something new and you're learning and adjusting, and your effort is really challenged in that phase too. That's the phase that we call conscious incompetence. You now know what you don't know and it doesn't feel good. It never feels good. No one likes to be incompetent at what you're doing. You want it to be automatic. That's ideal. And that's the phase that you get to at the end of achieving or reaching a goal, is when it is automatic. So before you get to that automatic place where it's part of your habit, you have to go through deception, and you want to. Once you get out of that phase of, I'm recommitting now, I've gone through the tough part, I've gone through the discomfort, I've learned what I need to learn, I have new perspective, I'm ready. You move out of deception and you start to move into what we call transformation. Transformation is that phase where you now become consciously competent, where you're doing it, you're conscious of what you're doing, you're feeling your way through it. You might still realize some discomfort or some challenge, but that's okay because you're armed with what you need, the support, the tools, you're focused on the right things, you have your why, it's all starting to align, you're just doing it. And the more that you stay consistent every day, it gets easier and it takes over and it starts to become a habit. And that's where we move into the last phase, which is identity. Once you get to identity, that's that place where you're unconsciously competent. It's fun. At that point, everyone wants to feel good about what they're doing. Like it's easy for you, right? You look good doing it, you feel good doing it, you're totally confident. You carry a presence about yourself when you're competent at doing anything. And people are drawn to you. Things start happening for you. So that's the phase that you get to at the end of doing anything. It's where your attitude is high. Sometimes it could be neutral. Competence, we already said, is there. And your effort is there because it's just who you are now. The cycle of growth is largely based on this idea that it takes about 21 days to break or build a habit. So with the habit process, we're really focused on moving through in a consistent way daily, moving through what it is that you feel really good about, what's in the way, and then how do you get through that phase of it's not comfortable but you're doing it, till you get to that phase where it's identity. It's who you are, it's automatic, it's easy, it's great, you're doing it effortlessly almost.